Welcome to Solidworks for Beginner course Day-2. So in today's lecture we are going to study the various commands that is used during the basic sketching in Solidworks such as rectangle, circle and slot. So let's start with the new drawing, that is basically the part modeling. Click OK. So if you want to change the unit in millimeter, you can change it at the bottom of your screen. So change IPS into millimeter. So select any of the plane as a sketching plane and click sketch here, or you can simply click activate the sketch by going into the sketch and click sketch. So let's start with the rectangle option. So we have five kind of the option present here. So first one is called the corner rectangle. So basically it is 2-point rectangle in which we have to select the 2 point and define the basically length and height of the rectangle. So let's start with the basic. So start with click anywhere, first point, click anywhere, or you can start with the origin. So click first point and drag the mouse outward, and the second click of your mouse left button will place a rectangle here, or you can drag leftward, downward or upward or in right direction. And when you click second mouse left button, then the rectangle will be placed here. So in a rectangle you can further give it a dimension by simply clicking the smart dimension, or you can use mouse gesture by simply pressing right mouse button and dragging the mouse leftward and highlighting the dimension toolbar and give it a dimension. Let's say height is 50 millimeter and the length is 100 millimeter. So rectangle will be created. So another option that is basically called the center rectangle. So center rectangle is basically again the 2-point selection in which we have to define the center of the rectangle, and we can drag the mouse outward so we can define the height or basically the length of the rectangle. So by selecting the center rectangle, we have to define the center, then drag the mouse outward. So you can basically draw a center point rectangle from this option. So there is another option available in basically the rectangle is called 3-point rectangle, in which you can define any of the 3 points. So let's say first point, second point, and drag the mouse outward and define the third point. Then the 3-point rectangle will be created. So I am repeating again that you can simply first click, drag the mouse upward, or you can drag the mouse rightward, or you can drag the mouse downward. So simply this is the second click, and then drag the mouse outward, this is the third click. So you can define the 3-point rectangle. So another option is called 3-point center rectangle. So you can activate the 3-point center rectangle from here, or you can simply click 3-point center rectangle from the rectangle details option. So from the center, so in a 3-point rectangle you can simply define the first point as a center, then drag the mouse at a second point, then the third click will define the rectangle. So that is basically the center point rectangle, 3-point rectangle, and the last one is called the parallelogram. So that is parallelogram is at some angle. So again the parallelogram is basically the 3-point rectangle. So you can define the first click, then define the second point by pressing the mouse left button and drag the mouse at anywhere, so you can define the parallelogram. So you can dimension it by simply dimensioning it, that the horizontal length is this and the height is basically from this point to this point, so you can define it as per your requirement. And the next one is the angle between the lines, so you can define the parallelogram like this way. So next option in the SolidWorks is basically the circular command. So and it has two ways you can draw a circle. The first one is the simple circle. So you can click here at the origin and select the center of the circle and drag the mouse outward, so you can define the circle here and give it a dimension as per your requirement. So that is basically the way you can define the circle diameter. So if you want to change the dimension, so simply right click on the dimensions and display option, and here it is display as a diameter, so it is display as a diameter. So if you want to change into radius, so again right click it and display as a radius, then the dimension would be changed into a radius. So there is another option, so let me create a two lines and a simple circle here. So the next option is called basically the perimeter circle. So perimeter circle is basically a 3-point circle, and it is used as a tangent to a line or basically to a circle. So by activating the perimeter circle, so it is 3-point circle. For first define this circle, then this circle, and the third point this, then this circle will be drawn tangent to three entities, so first line, second line, and the third circle. So there is another way of representing it, is that basically you have simply three lines. So if you want to draw a circle that is basically the tangent to these three lines, so you can activate the perimeter circle, and by simply clicking first, second, and basically the third line, so that perimeter circle will be tangent to these three lines. This millimeter. The next command in a sketching is basically the straight slot command. So let's say that these are of multiple types. We have straight slot, we have center point straight slot, we have 3-point arc slot, and we have center point arc slot. So we will look every basically type of the slots in detail. So first one is basically the straight slot. So this straight slot is basically a 3-point slot, so you have to define 3 points to create this kind of slot. So starting with the straight slot, we can start with our first point at the origin, then drag the mouse and select the second point and drag the mouse outward to basically define the radius of the slot. So after defining 3 points, the slot will be created, and you can dimension it by simply selecting these two center point and define a distance, let's say 100 millimeter center to center distance. And similarly you can define the radius of an slot, or you can simply define the distance between the upper line and the lower line. So second kind of the slot is basically the center point straight slot. So from the center point is basically it will take your first selection point from the center, then the next point will be the half distance from the center, and the third point will be the radius of the straight slot. So starting with the center point slot, so you can click first point and drag the mouse outward, so you can see that the equal distance is being center line marked from the center point. So after clicking the next selection, then dragging the mouse outward, then the center points arc will be created. The third option is called basically the 3-point arc slot. So it is basically called the arc slot, so it would be in basically the arc uh, drawing. So by simply marking the center line of these two and dragging the mouse and defining the center of the arc, then dragging the mouse outward, the center point slot, arc slot will be created. So the last is the basically the center point arc slot. So it is again starting from the center of the arc and defining the ends of the arc and dragging the mouse outwards, you can define the center point arc here. So let me draw it here. For first defining the center of the arc, then selecting the first point of the arc and the end point of the arc and dragging the mouse outwards, you can define the center point arc. So we have defined multiple kind of the slots here. So first one is basically called the 3-point arc. The second one is called center point arc. The third one is 3-point arc slot, and the fourth one is called center point arc slot. So that is enough for 2 days. So we'll see the next commands in our next video tutorial. Thank you.